Domestic food price inflation remains high around the world. Negotiations have expressed concern that surging prices and widespread insecurity in the country is affecting them, especially the middle class. TVC News business reporter Kelly Giga made a stopover at the Maltov International Market to feel the pulse of some buyers and sellers and amid surging price. Take a look.
This is the very popular Mile 12 International Market here in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. The market is one of the biggest marketplaces in Lagos, and of course, it's the choice destination for perishable goods. But my mission here is to tell the story of the over 70% Nigerians who are struggling financially to survive amid surging prices and dwindling income. Come with me. With each product having its section and chairman, my first stop is the fruit section. I meet with Hamzat, a cucumber seller. He laments over the skyrocketing prices of fertilizer, which is mostly imported.
So before we are buying it 4,035 due to the fertilizer was increased the price. That is why the person was bringing it from the farm. He said, let us increasing the money. He was increasing our money, which is 6,000 from 4,500 to 6,000. And then now, if we buy now like this, we are selling 6,500. Either even getting anything, we'll sell it because you don't want lost your money.
In Nigeria, tomatoes and pepper are essential commodities in many households, but these commodities have become incredibly scarce, extremely difficult to buy, and almost as expensive as fuel.
8.5.
Oh, 8.5.
8.5.
Mrs. Comfort Okwe is at the market to buy a crate of tomatoes, but is left practically frustrated by the surge in the price.
Things are very expensive, very, very expensive. I've been here for the past 2 hours, pricing these tomatoes. They refuse to admit my own price. That's why I'm sitting down. Because I like the tomatoes, I want to buy it, but I haven't got enough money to buy it.
How much are they telling you they want to sell?
When I got here, I said 10,000. I said it should agree 7,000. I said it's 8,500 last for these small things.
Everything is high, everything. There's nothing that is cheap, especially today. Like last week I came to the market. Some of the things I bought today, they're like ×2 of the price I bought last week. Everything is so expensive. Nothing is cheap in the market right now.
But for the leadership of the market, while they commend efforts by the authorities, they also want government to do more.
The issue about the insecurity, that one, the federal government and the state government, they're trying their best. Those kidnappers, sometimes they're stopping the road, stopping people on the road, go and meet people in the farm. The advice I want to give the government, as they are trying to keep trying, to know that these people in the farm and these people that in the village, they are under them.
Meanwhile, I meet with Ademola Addright, who is a farmer. Yet he tells me that farmers across the country are largely unhappy with the sorry state of the agricultural sector as they battle issues around insecurity and alleged corruption.
If there's a government program on agriculture, there should be evaluation team who monitor that project, because like Anchor Boras program now, I want to see if that Anchor Boras program scheme can be questioned so that we can know, because if that budget meant for Anchor Boras program, that money I mark for Agric is actually being utilized for the purpose, we won't be here talking about food insecurity in this country. So
experts are also worried about the impacts of inflation on households and the possible consequences on Nigeria's economy.
Last available data was in Q4 2020, and according to the National Bureau of Statistics, it came in at 33%. We believe, most analysts believe that it's way higher than that at this time. And, especially if you look at what, the manufacturers are doing in terms of downsizing, you want to imagine that many people would have lost their jobs over the period. And so in a way, we're also looking at this inflation affecting, workers.
20.52% inflation in Nigeria is, it's a bit worrying. I think the last time we saw this was sometime in 2005, since probably September or so in 2005. That was when we saw inflation at this level before. So, I mean, that's to tell us that something needs to be done from the fiscal and monetary angle to really put a rein on inflation.
They want government to retool its policies and diversify, adding that only active production could save the country's economy from total collapse.
So I think that if we're able to handle the issue of oil theft and vandalism, if we're able to address some of the structural problems that have, over time prevented capital flows, especially of the form of FDI, we will be able to, if we're able to address those issues, I think we should avert that disaster.
The World Bank says Nigeria's inflation was already one of the highest in the world before the war in Ukraine. The international institution insists the surge in prices will likely push an additional 1 million Nigerians into poverty by the end of this year. The Nigerian economy has also been in dire straits over the years. Hopefully, poor monetary and fiscal policies will be reviewed and perhaps spearheaded by institutions that drive the Nigerian economy and national development. Kelly Egiga, TVC News, Lagos.